How to master English grammar. Mastering English grammar takes time and consistent practice, but it is definitely achievable. Here are some effective strategies to get you started. Number 1. Focus on understanding, not just memorizing. Instead of rote memorization, try to grasp the underlying logic behind each grammar rule. This will help you apply it correctly in different contexts. For example, if you say, "We use the present simple tense to talk about habits," then you are simply memorizing because it doesn't explain why. But if you say, "The present simple tense shows actions that happen regularly or are generally true," it doesn't specify a specific time in the past or future, then you're talking from a point of understanding because it explains the logic. Number 2. Break it down. Don't try to learn everything at once. Take a specific grammar point that interests you or you find challenging and delve into it. For example, instead of trying to learn all verb tenses at once, focus on just the present tense. Learn its different forms. That is, the simple present tense, the present continuous tense, the present perfect tense, and how they are used. Number 3. Practice, practice, practice. There are many ways to practice grammar in a fun and engaging way. With our channel, website, apps, and other resources being one of the platforms where you can practice your grammar in a fun and engaging way. Subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of these engaging grammar exercises. Do exercises from workbooks or online resources. Try writing your own sentences using the new rule you're learning, or play games that focus on grammar. For example, here are some practices you can start today. First and foremost, we've made so many videos on English grammar and quizzes with clear explanations on our channel, from adjectives to zero infinitives and everything in between. You can make a commitment to take a quiz on our channel for at least 10 minutes every day. Secondly, do workbook exercises that involve identifying verb tenses and completing sentences with the correct structure. Thirdly, sentence writing. Write 5 sentences using the present perfect tense, for example, to describe things you've done today. And finally, games. Play online quizzes or board games that test your knowledge of grammar rules. 4. Read extensively. Immerse yourself in well-written English. Reading exposes you to proper grammar usage naturally and helps you develop a sense of how it flows in real-world context. For example, you can read a well-written news article or a chapter from a classic novel. Pay attention to how the author uses different sentence structure and tenses to convey information. 5. Write regularly. Writing allows you to actively apply the grammar rules you're learning. Keep a journal. Write short stories, or find a pen pal to correspond with. For example, you can keep a daily journal where you write about your experiences using past tense verbs to describe events. 6. Don't be afraid to speak. Conversation is a great way to solidify your grammar skills. Find opportunities to speak English with friends, families, or online communities. For example, you can join an online conversation group or a language exchange program where you can practice speaking English with native speakers or other learners. If you don't belong to one yet, then you can join our online conversation group where we have conversations across various topics, from science and technology to sports and entertainment, culture and politics, and what have you. Check the link in the description for more information about our online conversation group. You're welcome. Number 7. Listen carefully and pay attention to good grammar. When you come across clear and concise writing or listen to someone speaking eloquently, Take note of how they structure their sentences and use grammar. For example, when watching a movie or listening to a podcast, notice how the speakers use different verb tenses to talk about past, present, and future events. Remember, mastering grammar is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the learning process and don't be discouraged by mistakes. The more you expose yourself to English and practice using it correctly, the more comfortable and confident you'll become. By incorporating these activities and focusing on understanding the why behind the rules, you'll be well on your way to mastering English grammar.